since 1973, since I was 8 years old, and I love comics. I have like 10,000 of them. My question is specifically what got me into comics at that time.
Even though I look as though I'm perfect in every way, my hearing isn't as good as it used to be. I can hear you, but it's hard for the words to focus through the microphone. So he'll repeat it, so don't be offended. It's not that I'm not listening to you. What the hell did he say?
I also have the power to repeat it in as derisive manner as possible. Marcel was all like, "What's up with horror comics?" That's how it sounds. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Can I go home now?
And speak. All right. So he wants to know what's like horror comics. He was fascinated by the human behind the monster stories, and he feels like that kind of went away in the 80s. So, where do you see horror comics sort of in the whole comic sphere?
Oh, they never went away. We don't publish them the way we used to. But horror is a great field. People love it. They love horror movies. And the chances are Marvel will be bringing out some horror comics. And don't worry, if Marvel doesn't, POW Entertainment, my little company. So keep your eye peeled for the new horror.
All right.
Thank you.
I hadn't thought of horror. That guy is all right.
That guy's onto something down there in Texas.
Thank you.
And then Marcella was like, "You should make a horror comic." What's your name, sir?
My name is Grant.
Grant, how are you?
I'm good.
Where are you from?
I was aligned there too.
Yeah, that's it. We're kind of double-fisted audience here.
Well, we better go fast because there's a lot of people.
Yes, what's your name? Grant?
I'm from Wheeling, Illinois, Chicago.
You from Illinois? Okay. Great. All right, you guys can fight out in the hall. We got a question.
All right. Actually, first I want to say I'm glad you called him Spider-Man and not Spider-Boy because he was technically in high school. They could call him Spider-Teen, but I can't tell people I read Spider-Boy, so thank you for that.
He was very thankful that you didn't call him Spider-Boy because he was technically in high school.
I gotta tell you, I hate little junior sidekicks, you know? There's no way
He's annoying, Robin-sized.
I used to think if ever I were a superhero, there's no way in God's earth I would pal around with a teenager. At the very least, people would talk.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yes.
On the intellectual property question about remixes, video mashups. There's a lot of popular videos on YouTube with Marvel characters on there, and some people aren't just using for amateur use. They're actually making a little bit of money off of the overlay advertising. What is your position on people taking other people's creative content, repurposing as a new piece of art?
I heard people in other...
Well, he's talking about, okay, I'll use a perfect example. Like, there was this really cool thing on YouTube where they made called Marvel Zombies. So they made all these Marvel superheroes as zombies, and they shot a little film, and it was great. So he's saying if someone makes a film that's repurposing characters they don't own, like Marvel characters, and then benefiting from an advertising on YouTube, what's your stance on that? How do you,
Oh, it wasn't the Marvel people who did the Marvel?
No. I mean, the internet is just replete with the...
Well, my only attitude there is, I'm not a lawyer. It doesn't bother me, and I figure it helps Marvel because it's just more advertising and more promotion, and it'll make people maybe who weren't interested in Marvel a little bit interested if they like the Marvel Zombies. So it's fine with me, but again, I'm not a lawyer. Right now, there may be a whole team of lawyers working on this. I don't know.
And then that guy's going to use his defense. Stan Lee said I could do it.
I just won't say it in that kind of voice, but I'll say it.
Thanks, Grant. What is your name, sir?
Hi, my name's Brad. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Take a little MySpace picture there, Brad?
Yeah, put this up on video. Thank you, sir. I'm a Marvel Zombie, also from back in the day. I just wanted to thank you for years and years of entertainment. And
See, that I heard. When people say nicely, you're very welcome.
you've given me so much. There's nothing I can give back to you except, and I understand if the answer is no, a man hug. Are you up for a man hug? I missed that. Come on, don't Brad?
Brad wants to know if you'll kick him squarely in the groin.
See me after the conversation.
He wanted to give you a man hug, but I don't know if we can allow that because I don't want to set the precedent that everyone can come up and start groping Stan.
I wasn't going to grope him. No, thank you, Stan, for everything you've done and given to me personally.
Thank you. We're going to consider that a verbal manhunt.
There you go.
Now, I'm a brutal authoritarian. I'm tough but fair. What's your name?
You're like drunk with power. You can
I am.
You can make the decisions.
Throw her out! What's your name, sir?
Hi, my name is Stefan Stanchek.
Oh, what radio station do you work at? He's got a real nice voice.
I wish you did.
I wish I did, yeah.
I'm from Rio, Brazil.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm huge.
I enjoy your waxing.
Thank you.
I've been keeping track. You laughed a little louder at what he said than at what I just said. You're all in trouble.
What's your question?
First of all, thank you for all of that he said, and
Oh, good.
probably because of comics, I dedicated my life to be and do good. So we're out there. And first of all, I admire the way that not only you started all the comics, but the way you kept into it and you still develop, and it's still helping everyone.
I think what he's saying is that he's inspired by the fact that you never gave up. Like it's clear that you love what you do and you continue to make comics after all these years.
Well, that's not exactly it. You see, my wife is very extravagant. But thank you very much.
I'm starting a bit of a comic book and cartoon show myself, and I wonder what an aspiring artist or writer should do or where to go, since everything is so closed these days.
He wants to know, as an aspiring writer, artist, what should he do to try to break into the business, because he feels that it's very closed off to new people. So is there anything you can do?
It is very difficult. As you can imagine, everybody wants to write comics now because A, it pays pretty well, but B, if your comic book turns into a movie, it's pretty good for you if you've created and written the character. So you're competing with some of the top writers in America. And I'd say that the only way you can become a writer for comics now, at least for a big comic book company, is to write something in another field that does well. Like if you write a novel that sells well, and then you go up to the office and you show the editor, look at that, I got this novel. He figures, well, you're a pro, I'll give you a try. But just somebody who really has no credit, so to speak, to come up to the office, unless you're a friend of the editors or there's a real unusual circumstance, it is difficult. An artist is different because if you're an artist, you can show a drawing you've made, and in a second, the editor can tell, wow, this is great, I want to use this guy. But you can never tell if writing is great unless you sit and you read the whole damn thing, and nobody has time to do that. And that's why it is tough for a writer today.